Hello, my name is Romolo Tschantret, and I want to thank you for coming back and seeing another one of my videos. Space travel. We hear that all the time, and we're seeing it more and more on television of all the developments that they're doing in space travel. What have they actually developed in the last 100 years? And it's funny when you see them explain it, and they explain it so well, and they use such articulate a vocabulary explaining it. But in all reality, when you think about it, they have invented bigger and better bottle rockets. All they do is the spaceships go through Earth's atmosphere, and then they let inertia take it the rest of the way. Of course, they have stated that they've gone to the moon, to Mars. Some of their rockets have gone to Mars, which is fine. Again, when they talk about the open window view, again, you will see that inertia has to be the main factor in the equation of where they're traveling. The most thing that they do have, again, is a bottle rocket with a camera on it. We see all these spectacular pictures and events that are happening on these planets. Again, it's inertia following it, radio waves coming back to Earth with pictures of different planets, solar systems, quasars, and everything. So they make it sound like that they're achieving so much. So we see that they keep mentioning all the achievements that they're making in space travel. But again, it's nothing more than using stronger fuel, punching through the atmosphere, and letting it coast with inertia or the movement of outer space itself. We see, and I have to say myself, this is only a speculation, that we spent $1 million, and you'll see it in my website, to land a probe on a meteor, or was it a comet? I don't even know. You know, what I really truly think, and again, this is my own speculation, I think that what's happening is that one of the people that are in NASA, one of their sons that live in their cellar or in their garage is behind all these people in front of the computers looking, and he's in the back room with a joystick hitting, the booster engines to hit these rocks. And what happens is when they miss one asteroid, and it's very difficult to hit an asteroid when there's 100 billion of them out there. The father goes in the back and starts screaming at the son, "You won't live at home again unless you hit one of these asteroids." And the funny part is they spent millions and millions, I don't even know if it's $1 billion, when they got to the asteroid, finally hitting one. They must have bought the drill bit from the dollar store or the 99-cent store, because apparently the drill could not pierce the rock, and they couldn't do the research that they spent all that billions of dollars with. So this is what I'm talking about. What a waste of money that they're stating that they are achieving so much. And I just have to laugh at that little joke that I made about the kid in the back room. But I really do believe that, that they're all hoo-ha, it's a great thing. We hit an asteroid, we hit a comet, we hit whatever they're hitting out there. And I know it sounds funny, but that's all they're doing. Inertia carries it. They have little booster engines, and and the thing is 1 inch, and you go 1,000, 2,000 miles. That's a great deal of space, that little inch that it moves. So they really don't need that much of fuel to make it move. So it looks like that they're flying these magnificent aircrafts all through space, and they're doing all the space travel. The biggest thing that, unfortunately, they have people believing that these TV shows are correct. All these TV shows with these starships and spaceships and everything, and they give they're eloquent speeches of how these things could happen, should happen, would happen if they could understand, should understand. And to tell you the truth, they are nowhere near anything that they're talking about. Another thing is they try to match the technology of today's to some of the TV shows, like a telephone. The captain opening up their transceiver. It looks like a open flip phone. Oh, look how much we're ahead of time. You know, we done this television, and it's supposed to be in the year 2000 something else or some other time, but we're ahead of our time because we have a flip phone. You know, and so they try to make you believe that their achievements are farther than the expectations of what they thought would be achieved at this time, which is not true. And so we constantly see them professing this. Another thing that I see is when people realize the lack of progress that they're making, and in the last 10 years, it has been vomited out over and over again to keep people funding the space program like it's achieving this magnificent thing. You know, we bring garbage over to Mars and we landed it on Mars, but now it's garbage because it doesn't work over there or on the moon. But so what they bring out is so marvelous, and it makes people wonder. They see the earth the way it is, and everybody wants to go to habitate a new planet, terraforming it, pretty much is what the word they use is, terraforming it and making it a new planet. And what we hear is the terraforming. We hear that there's possible life on another planet because their cameras are seeing lava coming out of a planet, or speculation on water being there. So they really have no more information on what they're doing, no more knowledge of what they're doing, nothing new. So they have to make you believe there's a possibility that there's another planet full of life. You know, there's a possibility that a planet is inhabitable, you know, and they show you these planets that are billions of light years away and say, you know, our cameras have picked out this particular planet that possibly could have, through the lenses of seeing the different spectrums of light, that says that they have water, oxygen, or whatever else that they're stating. And so that's as far as their development in space travel is. It's a bottle rocket. It's a revolutionized new way of shooting a rocket through the atmosphere of Earth. You can examine this for yourself, because it's important to examine everything that somebody states to you and really put it in an easier perspective to understand and see how they're explaining it. And when you see the simplicity of what it really is, it kind of brings a person to a realization that they haven't been honest with what they've been saying, or honest with what they've been discovering, or honest with what they speculate, because it is all a speculation. And it's unfortunate that people are watching so much TV believing that someday that they're going to achieve this. What I'd like to do is show you what these scientists are talking about when they say they're waiting for a window of opportunity to open. And when you see what they mean, you will really see the emphasis of the development of space technology that they have today. Okay, so what I was explaining to you about the development of space travel And the window of opportunity is this. This is the Earth. This is the moon, or any other planet. Say the rocket is going to be shot from here. This is the bottle rocket. The window of opportunity only demonstrates the lack of progress that they have been making. This is the window of opportunity. They shoot the rocket, they're timing it. They're very good with mathematics though, I'm not saying that they're not. They shoot the rocket up in the air. They have to calculate when this is going to hit right at their calculation right here. If they miss this window of opportunity, the planet goes by and they don't have any amount of fuel to catch up to it, to go over to get into it, to hit it right here. They have to hit it right here because of the lack of fuel that they have. So they can't intercept it here. They cannot intercept it here. They have to get it at the window of opportunity, because the second that they shoot out of the Earth's atmosphere, inertia, the speed, brings it all the way up here. They have to use the rest of the fuel to land on the planet, and if it's the moon, they have to have enough fuel, again, window of opportunity, because it's going all the way around. When they pop out of here, boop, and then bring it back down to here. You see? So actually, all they're doing is popping it out of the atmosphere. Inertia carries it, a little bit of fuel to land it, and then to blast off of it again when it circles around again. Just to blast off of it, have a little bit of fuel to bring it in and land. As we have seen that in the older models, well, now we have the planes that can land themselves. They have a little bit of fuel, which they haven't gotten the plane rocket to the moon. They only got the bottle rocket rockets to the moon, and then the astronauts back from there. And so again, when they cut through the atmosphere, they have to pop the parachutes when they land, because again, they're out of fuel. The thing doesn't land that way. And so that's what we see, and that's all we see. And so it shows you that's as far as technology is gone with Mars, with the moon, with anything. Inertia brings it most of the way. The only fuel that is consumed is on Earth to get it out of the atmosphere of Earth itself, the gravitational pull of the Earth. That's it. And that's the explanation of the whole development of the research that they have accomplished so far. Again, I applaud them. They are getting billions and billions and billions of dollars of funding for the exact same thing that the Chinese have been doing with their bottle rockets 200 years ago.